Absolutely, yeah, because we've been looking forward to Richard's.
We've got all afternoon and evening.
That's right.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming today. I know you've come from long distances. We've got people from Greece, we've got people from Somerset, Hampshire, and even Ickenham. I would like to thank Sammy and Lawrence particularly for wanting a small wedding. And secondly, I'd like to thank them for arranging it. Made it very much easier for Louise and I. We were very grateful, and their hard work in the planning was fantastic. It's such a lovely day, lovely weather. What more could we want? Sammy, as most of you know, is very, very organised and a very particular young lady, and everything was planned in very fine detail. She would write lists at every planning meeting. We would all go away in various directions and complete the task set by Sammy. You were well out of it, Phil.
You could have started in, maybe.
It's only proper that this should be the case because today is obviously a very special day, and it's the beginning of their new lives together in marriage. Sammy and Lawrence first met, I understand, at the Howard Centre in Garden City when Sammy was working at a company called Boots. Claire also knows, I believe. And Lawrence used to work at Vodafone. And I believe that Lawrence used to go into Boots to buy his sandwiches or something, and the friendship then began. But romance started in the multi-storey car park. When I believe little notes were put under the windscreens of cars. How romantic. Is it true? As Sammy would say, genuine, true story. Relationships these days seem to be pretty straightforward as long as you've got an iPad, a mobile phone, or other various bits of technology. We've had many an evening at number 31 with the entire family ignoring each other, playing games on this technology or tweeting or whatever you do.
Well done.
Even Louise, my wife, has found a new game called Farm, and she is totally addicted. How sad.
So is she winning?
Yeah.
Sammy is this is your turn. Sammy is a fun-loving, caring, hard-working, and as already mentioned, a great team leader. She knows her mind, and if she doesn't want to do something, she won't do it. I remember once when Sammy was very young, sitting in the garden with her granddad, and Grandad was showing Sammy some photographs. Now, Sammy had already seen these photographs, and in no uncertain terms did she want to see them again. So she politely said to Grandad, "I've seen these pictures once, and I don't want to see them again, okay?" Sammy is always caring for someone, and it was no surprise to us that she has decided that to care for people is her career. I know I can do that job, and I'm sure no one else in this room probably can do that job. I think it takes a very special type of person to do it. Yeah. So Lawrence, in your old age, you'll be okay. Sammy will look after you. As we said before, Lawrence, Sammy is a young version of your mother-in-law. I'm you.
Oh, no.
They are like twins. But this is the serious bit. From my experience, being married to your mother-in-law, You'll be very, very, oh no, not disappointed. You'll be very, you will not be disappointed. Just remember, Lawrence, Sammy is always right. As long as you remember that, you'll be fine. I've got a small gift for you, Lawrence, which I think you should open now and show all your friends, which might just remind you of that fact.
So weary.
It's not going to go bang, I promise.
Well, not twice.
You can read it out if you like.
Marriage is a relationship where one person is always right and the other is the husband.
Right, it's Lawrence's turn now. No, not speech. I've got more. I'm going to talk about you. Now, Lawrence has been on the scene for many years now, and he lived with us for 6 months. So I'd like to think that I know him quite well. I know that he is Mr. Technology. If any of us have problems with any of our mobiles, iPads, computers, Lawrence is your man. It's great to have an IT department on site. As most of you know, in this room, I'm sure most of you will know, Lawrence quite likes a programme called Top Gear. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, never.
He watches the same Top Gear programmes over and over and over and over again. He even arranged to go down to Surrey to watch it being filmed. And Lawrence kindly invited me, which I thought was great, to join him. And I have to say, it was the best experience in the world. Some say that Lawrence knows everything there is to know about Top Gear. All we know is he's called Shrek. Seriously, Lawrence is a lovely guy. I know that he makes Sammy happy most of the time. So as long as Sammy is happy, we are all happy. Sammy and Lawrence, we are all very proud of you both, and we wish you all the happiness for your future lives together. Your marriage is for life, and the guests here around the table have in the region of 200 years experience of marriage. That's frightening, isn't it? So I'm sure they would all agree with me that it's not easy. You have to work hard at it to ensure that it's a success. But I'm sure your friends and family here will support you throughout your lives. The key to a successful marriage is communication. No, wait, no. The one thing is, I was always told by my mother not to interrupt, so good luck, Lawrence. As Jeremy Clarkson would say, on that bombshell, good night. If you could all join me upstanding and have a toast for the bride and groom, Sammy and Lawrence.
Sammy and Lawrence.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, nowadays, of course, it's all down to communication. Thank goodness for iPads and stuff. Mobile phones.
Okay, so hi everyone.
My name's Lawrence.
My name is Lawrence. I'd like to take the opportunity just to say thank you very much for coming. I know me and Tim are really grateful that you're all here, and you've all come from so far, and it's really great that you made this day special. I started writing this in February because I'm pretty worried about it still. So I only finished writing it on Wednesday night. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to elaborate on the story that Kevin started about where I met Sammy and how it progressed. So I was working at Vodafone, and Sammy, as you know, was working in Boots, and I got into a little bit of a health craze, and just drunk a lot of water, basically. So I would go in the mornings and in the evening and in the afternoons and get about 2 or 3 bottles of water, and Sammy was always the one that served me.
It wasn't sandwiches, it was water.
It was water. It was water.
And soft mints.
And soft drinks, yeah, and polos. So I saw this beautiful girl in boots, and gradually it took time, but she started to. I thought she was shy, believe it or not.
Wrong.
She didn't speak to me, she hardly said a word. Gradually, I remember Stephen was picking up his trainers, and that was the first thing that you said to me about you going out with your brother to go and get his trainers in the evening after work. That was the first thing you said to me.
That's like about 20 gallons of water.
So, a few months went by and we started talking more and more in the shop, and I thought, I've got, this girl's really nice, I've spoken to her a few times, so I've got somehow get her to go out for a drink with me. But I wasn't confident enough to embarrass her or myself in the shop, so I decided to write it on a little card and leave it on her car. So I was sitting by my phone for about 4 hours waiting for a text, and then luckily I got one. So I got a text, and pleased to say that she said, yeah, that's fine, we'll go out for a drink. So we organised it for the following Monday, and then I think it was a Saturday we found out that we were both free as well, so we thought we'd go out on Saturday as well. So we went for 2 drinks straight away, and it was really nice. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
A bit late to find out now.
She still seems so shy and innocent, even the first probably 2 or 3 months.
Really?
Yeah,
Very shy. The first sort of big thing was when I took Sammy to Brighton with CK and Richard for the weekend. And just to sort of introduce them gradually.
It's all in one.
And that was a good night. We had some fun and got pretty drunk, I think, didn't we?
We had a Royal Rumble in the hotel.
Yeah, we did. I got battered by those two.
What's the Royal Rumble?
I don't think we should know.
Basically,
Basically.
just get everyone on the bed.
And I was falling asleep, and those two started to beat me up.
Oh,
Punching me.
Basically, get everyone on the bed, and then the last person on the bed's a winner.
we're doing that tonight, right?
Yeah. Why is it Royal? Don't know. Sorry, Lewis.
So we went on a few more dates, and we went to London Dungeons, Thorpe Park, the Grove.
Yeah.
That was fun. We went for a nice meal there. Then came the time where I had to. Well, I've already done that bit. And then I took her. I used to go. Well, I still do every now and then, but we used to go off-roading with Ron down the end there. And Sammy was quite interested to see what this was like. So we went to this muddy pig farm in the middle of Milton Keynes somewhere, and I went off-roading, and Sammy was scared, well, sorry to use the word, but shitless. which was quite funny, but she got to enjoy it. She saw,
I couldn't get out, could
I got a big picture of her. Ron's Range Rover broke down in a puddle like this, and she's just sitting in the back looking out the window. It's quite funny. And then came along a holiday that I booked to go over to Greece for 3 weeks, which is longer than I usually do. But this was the first time that I actually didn't want to go to Greece and I wanted to stay at home to be with Sammy. Because we'd got quite close, and so I went to Greece, and after racking up a £400 phone bill, I finally told Sammy that I think I'd fallen for her while I was in Greece.
He was
So
not there. He was just on the phone.
My phone bill was free as well because he did the calling.
So after coming back from Greece, I went to stay at Sammy's the night I came home, and basically I never went home. I remember I remember one night where me and Sammy were downstairs, and Kevin Kevin and Louise called Sammy upstairs to have a word. And I was worried that I was going to be told I had to go. But in actual fact, they asked me if I wanted to move in, which of course I accepted. And moved to Nottingham.
We were agreeing terms.
Yeah. So of course I said yes, and of course I wanted to. The family seemed so fun, and it was, of course I said yes. So a year passed, and we decided to move down to Bewley just to try something new. And I absolutely love the area. I still do. I think it's an amazing place. And of course got to move in with Sammy, and that was really nice. First place, it was really, really nice. And then that year we went to Greece, and that was the time I proposed to Sammy at Demokuri in Greece. Nice little beach that I took Sammy to. Unfortunately, Greece was supposed to be nice weather, but it was bloody raining. The only day that I wanted it to be sunny, it was raining. So I grabbed the chance while it was dry just for a minute to propose to Sammy at the beach. So
This is the Mamma Mia place.
this is the Mamma Mia place, yeah. So it's a little bit special to me as well. It's in Greece, and obviously I've spent a lot of time there, and Dad lives there and stuff like that. So, right, I hope I haven't bored you too much, telling you about how me and Sammy met.
I think it's been lovely.
But she's not as shy as I thought she was when I met her. So now I'm just going to say a few thank yous on behalf of me and my new wife. So first of all, I'll just start with Dad. Just want to say thank you for all your help and contribution. It's been really helpful for us. So we're really both pleased that you're here to celebrate the day with us. I'm glad you're here. I remember you surprising us at our engagement party. That was the surprise I've ever had in my life. You turning up on the day, that was brilliant. So thank you from both me and Sammy, Dad, and we've got help.
Don't fight over it.
Chunk catch.
You wanted something just to say thank you.
Do I have to open it now?
Yeah. You don't have to.
Yes.
You don't have to.
Fantastic. Oh, look at that. That's to write the check. It's, yeah. Thank you, Dad. I think there's a different message on each one.
And the date?
And the bill.
Second time lucky, still got the last.
Now I'll just move on to my new brother-in-law, Stephen. So, I know this is probably the 10th time I have said thank you a few times so far, but certainly won't be the last. Thank you for all your help and support over the past couple of months. It's been really great. I really enjoyed going out paintballing and stuff. I'm really sorry I shot you in the bum. But
We've got the bruises to prove it.
and sorry we got back so late that night. So thanks for everything.
We don't want to see the damage to your bum either.
Not again.
You're right.
Trying to trip me over already.
There's going to be nothing inside, is there?
Surprise. No one else can.
It says your initials, Stephen, if you can't.
Yeah, I got that. I just let mine too. Catch up. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And I'll move on to our lovely bridesmaids. Thank you both very much for being our bridesmaids. I remember literally within 10 minutes of proposing to Sammy, all she was talking about was Claire and Emily being bridesmaids. So from minute one, she knew who was going to be her bridesmaids.
We planned last.
Just fell into the trap.
But thank you both very, very much. We both really appreciate it. We really appreciate all your support and being there to try and get everything. I know it was difficult to try and get you both in the same places at the same time and all that sort of stuff. So we really thank you very much. You're right.
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. Just look a little bit.
She's quiet.
She's been quiet for once. Thank you so much for just making the day so special, and thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And now, my best man. I'm not going to say thank you, because I'm sure in about 10 minutes I'm going to get very embarrassed. But I've known Richard since I was probably 1 or 2 years old. We used to go to playgroup when we were little, and we've had many good times and some arguments over the years as well. And some good nights out, ones to remember with both Richard and CJ. Some funny nights with lots of antics.
Is that where you're leaving it?
That's where I'm finishing. Thank you so much for organising such a brilliant stag do.
Thank you.
And I know everybody really enjoyed it that came. It was really, really great. And I appreciate everything you've done for the past sort of 6 months to a year.
Shall I accept this now? I'm
not sure. Small stick of dynamite. So now to move on to my amazing new side of the family. Kevin and Louise, thank you so much for all your help with our wedding and making it such an amazing day. I've enjoyed every minute of it so far, and I know we've still got plenty to go for the weekend, and we both thank you very, very much. It's been a really, really brilliant day. I mean, we've got beautiful weather as well, which is even better.
Yeah, we all blessed that too.
I promise I'll always do my best to look after Sammy.
bloody right you will.
Care for her and look after her, and I'll always support her and make her happy. But I'll try anyway. When I first came to your house and met you all and had a nice lovely meal, I left thinking that is one amazing family, always laughing, and I loved how you still had dinners in the evening, all sitting around the table as a family. It was brilliant. That's what I remember about when my dad and everybody lived here. And it was just lovely. I loved it. Really good. I remember when the first meal was just laughter and everything. I remember when Dad came over to meet you all for the first time. We left to drop him off, and he was like, "Is it always like that round there?"
Sadly, yes.
That was a positive remark.
So, I'm really pleased to be part of this amazing family. I'm also really, really pleased to have an awesome brother and sister-in-law. I've already seen you as a brother and a sister rather than a brother and sister-in-law. And I'm looking forward to spending some time with all of you and all the family. So thank you. Again, Kevin, thank you. Kevin and Louise, sorry. Thank you so much for all your help and support of all this day and tomorrow. And we've got a little thank you. Here. And we both know that you have both wanted to go to Bath for a very, very long time. So, when you've got some dates free, we're going to organise a trip away, a weekend away for you both.
Yeah. We're free tomorrow. Welcome to the family.
Thank you. Thank you. So now I have to say some words about my amazing new wife.
You have to.
I think you do. I didn't have to. When I first saw you in Boots, I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't ever imagine that I would end up marrying such a beautiful girl. You're beautiful, cute, and an amazing personality. Funny at times.
That's why I compliment you too much.
I love that you have your own view on things. Some people call it savage mode. And I love that you're not scared about standing up to people, no matter who it is. A prime example was only a few weeks ago when the doctors would not write a good enough sick note for Stephen. So Sammy went storming down to the doctors and got him to write a better one. Some people might say say, do I know what I've let myself in for? And yes, I do. An amazing and fun life ahead that I can spend with you. You're the most incredible girl, Sammy. I'm so proud I can call you my wife. You can be a pain in the arse sometimes.
You don't finish with that.
And moaning me a lot for not clearing up and tidying the flat. Thank you for putting up for me and leaving the flat in a mess, always washing up, and I have done my best to keep it tidy this weekend. I will try to get better at those things, but I can't promise and make miracles happen.
You did, Lodge. No, I haven't. Any mess is mine.
You're perfect, and I love you, and I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you. Little gift to you too. I have to say, I've never tied a ribbon before, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Do you want some scissors?
Yeah, someone that hasn't got nails.
It's a cookbook, isn't it?
You can wait, if you want.
Look, the man's got some scissors for you.
Excellent. You can read out the first bit if you want to.
Oh, no, I think you should.
Sorry, Dad. Can I look at it later?
Do you want me to read it?
Marty's stuff. That's not pictures of the monster,
CCTV images.
Okay, so to my amazing, beautiful wife, I'm the happiest man on the planet right now, and I couldn't have imagined marrying
Right
her.
now, he's planning for future.
Yeah. I'm more suited and perfect woman. You're perfect in every way, babe. I thought I'd put this album together for you to make sure we had a safe place for all our amazing photos together. I found all the photos I could of us since our first photo at Trent Park many years ago. Yeah, many years ago. When I first came to meet you after finishing work and all the family. I've left some space in the album for you to finish it off. So that's up to you. I had to narrow down from about 50 photos that I could find of us, and all I kept thinking is what an amazing girl I have. If you'd asked me 5 or so years ago if I would have ever met and married a girl of my dreams, I would have said no. But I'm so pleased I saw you in Boots and left you that message in your car because you're the girl of my dreams. I promised to you that we will have an amazing life together and we will have an amazing family of our own one day. I love you so much, we'll do this forever and ever. So finally, thanks again for all coming to mine and Sammy's wedding. We're so pleased that you could all be here. And I will now pass you on to Richard, who is bound to embarrass you. Let that happen.
It's not too bad. Hello, everyone. I'm awful at these things, just to let you know. But I would like to give you backstage to Sammy on their big day. It's been fantastic, absolutely amazing. I'm so glad that everyone here could be here. Obviously, Phil coming over from Greece. You know, everyone from around the country, where we come from. It's been amazing. You know, it's only going to get better for you guys. Obviously, my name's Richard, if you don't know. I'm the one that stole the golf buggy outside. Take it away now. It is the biggest honour for for any good best friend to be asked to be someone's best man at their wedding. I can't value friendship enough with you, Shrek. It's been incredible. You as a friend have been incredible. You've always been there for me on things, you know, it's been amazing. You know, I wish you the best of luck, you guys. But I'm going to absolutely annihilate you. On behalf of Lawrence and Samuel, I'd just like to thank you for making us take the day off work to be here. It's a great thing. Anyone who has spent any time at all with Lawrence and Sammy knows that Lawrence wears the trousers. Sammy tells them which pair to wear. Just going better than I thought. Now, during the speech, I've been given guidance from Lawrence that there's a mixture of ages in attendance. So this speech should suit the entire audience. So any sexual innuendos have been removed, and I agreed that if there was anything of that nature in the speech, including anything of huge length, I would whip it out immediately. Me and Shrek, sorry, we're calling Shrek. You've probably been hearing us talking about Shrek during the day, but we first got him that nickname. Well, it wasn't actually anything to do with us. It was on a ski trip to Austria when we were in year 9 by an older student, and it's kind of stuck forever and ever. Fancy dress parties, he shaves his head and paints himself green. I'm not joking. I'm really not joking. But the holiday, we called him Shrek from there on, and it's just been, you know, it's stuck ever since. Hang on, I've lost myself. I've deleted it. I actually have. That's it. Anyway, don't worry. I'm going to wing it. Yeah, anyway, back to the ski trip. It was a great holiday. We basically just were drunk most of the time, and we were 13 or 14 years old. The teachers were, we waited for the teachers to go to bed before we cracked open the fire water. No, I'm joking, they took us to the pub. Got us drunk. Obviously, Kevin's already told you that Lawrence has got a massive passion for cars. I can't tell you how much of a passion for cars he's actually got. Top Gear, I think if they gave him a season ticket for the filming, every time he'd be down there like a shot. I can't even delete the speech. I'm just trying to remember it, excuse me. That's really bad, isn't it? I should have really bad. I can always do it again tomorrow. Oh God, I'm so sorry guys. This is awful. Give me 2 minutes.
This is when
Lawrence, you're IT specialist.
Rewind time.
I'm not helping him.
That's it, I've just realised. Paintballing. So we all congregated around the car park of Bricketwood Paintball, and we went in. Lawrence was given his standard set of overalls, and I quickly nipped off to the guy who was selling the paintballs, and he gave me a pink bunny outfit. So couldn't believe his face when he saw it. It was ridiculous. And then it was trying to get him into it, which was the problem, because obviously Shrek is, you know, quite a big guy. So there we are, there's 3 of us trying to, I think me, Chris, and Steve, trying to wedge him into this really tiny, slim fit suit. And he's standing there, and he spent the whole day leaning against the wall because he couldn't. And it only went downhill from there. And unfortunately, the only thing was that he'd already told the guy. Now I'm not entirely sure about this, right? He told the guy at the reception that his wedding was 2 weeks away. So the guy at the reception said that we weren't allowed to do the stag run right? Don't worry, it's fine. So we weren't allowed to do the stag run, apparently. So what happened was, as my utmost duty as a best man, I shot him anyway. I think you probably still got the bruises.
I think I have, yeah.
But it was 2 weeks. It was, you know.
That was after the game had finished as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had. We were, you know, at the point of paint where they were like, everyone stop firing. We all congregated in the sort of like the reception area, and they were like, everyone stop firing, and Lawrence was standing there, and I must have had 50 painters. I was just giving a couple of digs. That's what I'm going to do, I've got the rest of it. Anyway, I'll have to say it again tomorrow. I'd just like to say, Lawrence, today you leave with. Oh no, sorry, I'll still come back to me now. It's going to come back and drip some drabs.
Let's write it down.
Yeah.
We've got that evening.
Lawrence, back in the day, he wasn't your typical team. When we were all out clubbing, Lawrence was having races through the Hatfield Tunnel because of the exhaust noise. Ron can probably vouch. It was either that or Baz Vegas in Southend. I mean, I can't say it too badly, but I was probably in the car behind. But,
Yeah.
in my car
You
behind.
put a few
Yeah,
times,
I
you
put
were.
a few times. But it was always the time when it didn't matter what time of the night it was, or wherever he was. He could have been anywhere in the world, and we'd bring him after we were at the club, and we'd be like, "What are you doing?" It would sound more slurred than that. He'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And he'd be saying, "I'm just at home." Like, "Can you come and pick us up? Come pick us up, come pick us up." So literally, you'd hear him a mile away. He'd drive down towards Watford town centre, and we'd just be swaying by the bus stop like this. And he'd pick us up, take us to McDonald's, a quick speed test down the M10, and then it was home. It was good.
Is that a little green thing?
No, that was one before that. Was
The green thing's
the
bad.
silver one. The silver one. Yeah, the green thing was good. Yeah. But in all seriousness, Lawrence, today, I mean, you gained yourself, fabulous wife. She's beautiful, kind, radiates the room wherever she goes. Sammy, you've got a beautiful dress and a bunch of flowers. Yeah, no, that was it. It was definitely, absolutely a toast.
That's my hit, wasn't it?
It's just a fun, it's definitely a toast to old friends and to new friends.
Oh.
Cheers. 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 What a group. Thank you. So much better than that.
Hey, we've still got a party tomorrow.
I know. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I believed it. I didn't even know I was holding it in my hand.
There's only 250 tomorrow.
Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. But it was really good.
We enjoyed it.
I'm going to go and kill myself. Well, for the rest of the day.
Oh, you've done this before.
Yeah, I'll email it to myself.
Oh, yeah, look.
Just redo it.
I know.